Hey guys, I'm Kevin and this is Comms by Kemp Outside, where your inside source for outdoor comms. Today we're doing some tests of some accessories for our Starlink Mini. And you know, one of the things that I do not like about the Starlink Mini, and in fact I don't like about the Gen 3, is that if I'm out camping somewhere, especially if I'm tent camping, and I don't have anything to set my Starlink on, I'm deploying my Starlink on the ground, which means I'm deploying my Starlink in the mud, in the sand, in the dust, that it could easily be stepped on. All kinds of things I don't like about putting my Starlink on the ground. So having a tripod is definitely the way to go. Now, Starlinks used to have a motorized stand that would move the Starlink as they would track satellites in the sky. Starlink got rid of that. They shipped the Starlink with a little kickstand that you just open up, and then you can set the Starlink on a flat surface like the ground or a table or something like that. But oftentimes when I'm tent camping, I don't have a dedicated surface besides the ground for Starlink, which is why a tripod comes in really handy. So I want to check out the tripod for my Starlink Mini I got from Parts4Star.com. Guys, I love this little tripod. It is sweet. I've got it set up. I've got my Starlink deployed in a field. So let's go take a look. All right, guys, so you can see the Starlink here is deployed. You can see we're set up in some really tall grass, right? And the ground is uneven. So having a tripod gets the Starlink out of the tall grass and gets it up, makes it easier to see, and keeps it nice and clean. So having a tripod is definitely the way to go. And Starlink Mini sends a pull adapter in addition to the kickstand. So you just take the kickstand off and you put the pull adapter on. And once that pull adapter is on, all you have to do is tighten a set screw and your Starlink Mini is ready to go. Now, this is my normal setup if I have shore power available. So I have a power delivery 65 watt brick with one of the Parts4Star USB-C to Starlink adapters. That is an awesome setup if you have shore power, so I love that. Guys, we're dodging raindrops out here, so let's go inside and finish the video where I show you the tripod up close. All right, guys, so as I take this thing down, I want to show you up close as I duck under my Starlink here. Here's the 65 watt power delivery power brick, and then here is that USB-C to Starlink adapter, right? And Parts4Star sells these in 1 or 2 packs. I got the 2-pack. I'll put a link down in the description below where you can pick one of these up or 2. These are awesome to have in your Go kit because then you can power your Starlink off any 65 watt power delivery or higher device that you have, whether that's a power bank or a charging brick or whatever you have. You can use that instead of just the 110 outlet plug that they give with the Starlink, which is not a very convenient shape. I don't really like it, so I like using that a whole lot more. But let's get to the main thing. So here you can see the set screw. This is the pull adapter that comes with the Starlink Mini. So all you do is just loosen it up and it comes right off the tripod. Now I'm gonna set the tripod aside for a second. I'm gonna talk to you about this pull adapter. So what you want to do is, if you want to switch between it and the kickstand, right, what you do is you just lift up right here and pull out away from the Starlink. And it's a little tight, and you don't want to break it because it's plastic. I'm trying to do it on camera, which makes it harder. You just kind of loosen it up, and there it comes right out, right? Now you have to thread the wire through this piece. So you're going to want to do that before you set it up on the tripod, right? So I'm going to unplug it from the Starlink. There, it's unplugged, and I can run it out. And then if I want to just put the kickstand back on, the kickstand just slides in and snaps right in, no problem. And then you've got the kickstand again. So it's up to you how you store your Starlink, right? You might want to store it with the kickstand on. You might want to leave the kickstand off. It's a little more bulky and thick if you leave it with this on. So all depends on what you want to do and how you want to transport your Starlink. Now let's talk about the tripod. The tripod is awesome. All right, it's got a nice wide base. It felt pretty sturdy. Now, here is the one thing that I don't like about the tripod, right? And that is because I'm deploying out in the field, sometimes I'm worried about wind gusts. Sometimes I'm worried about dogs or animals or even kids or even me bumping into this and knocking it over. So what I would really like is tabs on the feet, or I could pound in tent stakes or drill in lag bolts into the ground and keep this from tipping. That would make this thing absolutely perfect in my mind. As it stands, it's really, really good. I just wish that I could make it a little more tip proof. Now, it's not gonna tip on its own, guys. It's really, really stable out there. But again, you know, in a big windstorm, you know, things happen when you're outside. And, you know, so just some feedback from Parts4Star. If you come out with an iteration that has basically little feet with a hole in it that I can put a tent stake through, that would be amazing. And I would upgrade in a heartbeat. These have really nice little set screws, and they're really easy to close, right? And they tuck in really nice. And then this little boom lowers down, right? And then this is the mount that fits right on the pole adapter. Now, it's a lot smaller than the pole adapter, but it fits really nicely in there. And then with the set screw, it is super tight and no problem whatsoever. Now, the tripod does come with a little bag that you can put it in. All right, little plastic bag, and you can keep the plastic bag or get rid of it. I'll keep it because I like to protect things. And then it comes with this nice little carry sleeve. So slide this in. Okay. Just draw a string so you can tighten it up a little bit. And then there you go. That is your tripod. So you're carrying this, a Starlink, right? A cord, an adapter, and a power brick, and an extension cord, right, presumably, and you are in business, right? You can run this thing pretty much anywhere. How awesome is that? So, guys, I want to thank Parts4Star for sending me this tripod and for sending me the little USB-C to Starlink adapter. I really, really appreciate it, as well as the extension cord. The 6.5-foot Starlink cord I got with a DC to DC converter for powering the Starlink in the van. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'm going to put a link right up here to where you can check that out. Really awesome way to power your Starlink Mini off any cigarette lighter port in any vehicle, right? We could put it on the boat, we could put it in the van, we can put it in the car. Anything that has a cigarette plug, we can plug this Starlink in and use it. So really, really awesome. But guys, if you're gonna have a Starlink, you probably ought to have some accessories to make using your Starlink a little bit easier, a little bit nicer, keep it cleaner, keep it more protected, right? These are not inexpensive pieces of equipment, so you wanna take care of them. But guys, having satellite internet when you're outdoors, especially for someone like us, because we work when we're outdoors. So as we're camping and traveling and stuff, we're working as we're traveling, we need internet connectivity. Man, having a Starlink Mini set up at the campsite on a little tripod, you know, powered with some accessories and stuff like that is just fantastic. So I want to thank Parts4Star for sending this to me. Guys, I'm going to put a link down in the description below where you can pick up everything you've seen here in the video on Parts4Star.com's website. If you use my discount code, which I'm going to put down in the description below, you can save 10% at Parts4Star.com. So be sure to do that and tell them I sent you. Guys, I'm Kevin, and this is Comms by Kemp Outside, where your inside source for outdoor comms. If you have any questions you saw about anything in the video, drop some in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Or you can connect with us on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X, or our website at kempoutside.com. Guys, we're a brand new YouTube channel focused on all things outdoor comms and off-grid communications, everything from ham radio to the other radio services like GMRS, FRS, MERS, Marine VHF, satellite internet, Meshtastic, all kinds of comms and tech gadgets for outdoor use. We're all about it here at Comms by Kemp Outside. So if you would Do me a favor and give me a thumbs up on this video. It super helps the algorithm, helps people find me. This channel is brand new. And then also hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. We've got a whole lot more coming on satellite internet, on radio comms, on all kinds of stuff. So stay right here. Camp out with us here at Comms by Camp Outside. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you outside.